our exhaustible resources is climbing just as fast. If properly informed, would you be willing to contribute? Well, today I would like to inform you on how we can protect and save our own planet from the future generations to come. I would like to start first by talking about recycling, second about the art of conservation, and third I will inform you on potentially life-altering renewable energy resources. Anyone can contribute. So what exactly can we do to recycle? And exactly what is recycling? Basically, recycling is the easiest way that we can get the most out of our Earth's natural resources. Our government provides service free of charge. They go as far as to encourage involvement, provide bins and pickup trucks, and have drop-off dates for hazardous materials that are otherwise difficult to dispose of properly. There are a lot of items that can be recycled. I have a list here. It's very hard to see, but I'll read them to you. White and colored paper, cardboard boxes, books, plastic medicine bottles, file folders, the list goes on and on. Pretty much any daily activities that you use when you have a bottle of water, you can just use one that you don't need to throw away, or recycle that bottle so that you can use the plastic in the future. The Environmental Protection Agency has pay-as-you-throw programs where residents can dispose of trash directly based on the amount of trash that they generate, and they provide benefits for those households when you turn in less and less trash. California bottle and can recycling law, also known as the bottle bill, has provided recycling that is effective. The Californians Against Waste, which is also referred to as CAW, those members write, California Bottle Bill is one of the nation's most successful litter pollution reduction programs. Since 1988, Californians have recycled more than 10 million tons of aluminum, glass, and plastic beverage containers. No other recycling program in this state has been more effective and had results higher recycling levels. The bottle bill also explains that Californians use over 19 billion plastic grocery bags, creating 147,000 tons of unnecessary waste in our landfills. That is enough to circle the planet over 250 times. And that's just in 1 year. These bags use an excess of millions of barrels of oil annually, or 4,000 barrels in a day of non-renewable resources. Recycling itself won't be enough. Since our population is rising, the resource that we have on this earth is very limited. Every little bit helps. The answer to that is conservation. If we don't recycle enough, we can actually conserve as well. Water is the main topic, especially in California. Art Glennon states in his book titled Unquenchable that Los Angeles only acts as if it has an abundance of water, which, as we all know, that's not true. The population is increasing at the same time that the freshwater supply is decreasing. Glennon complains in this book that the city reclaims a meager 1% of all its city water. In this nation, a few cities have developed aggressive conservation and recycling programs in water conservation. Ranking the top 4 spots are Long Beach, whose water consumption per capita is down to 121 gallons per day.
Wow.
Second is Los Angeles, surprisingly, at 168 gallons a day. Third is our own very Riverside County, which is 250, and 253 for San Bernardino. With 125 golf courses in the Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, Indio Bells, and the Quinta Indio, the area pumps 32 billion gallons per year, but we only get 3 inches of rain. Another touchy subject is oil. G. Paul states in his book Biodiesel that we're running out of oil. And he continues to stress that this is just an undeniable fact. The only remaining question is not if, but when. We need substitution. Biodiesel fuel, Paul notes that there are hundreds of plants that actually produce oils that we can use in our regular engines with no alterations. This list includes many common oil-producing plants such as the oil palm, coconut, canola, peanut, sunflower, safflower, mustard, soybean, hemp, which is cannabis sativa strain specifically, corn, and everyday use cooking oils. By the way, cooking oils usually end up in landfills and sewers. What better way to recycle this oil than to use it in place of real oil? Possibly in the near future, we can use algae as well.
Awesome.
Bellman stated in his handbook titled Energy Savings that conservation alone will not solve our energy problem. Fossil fuels are non-renewable, which means they're exhaustible, therefore enforcing that we need renewable energy. This in turn accentuates the fact that renewable energy is self-regenerating and inexhaustible, therefore ideal. Geothermal steam energy is just heat that comes out of the earth naturally, therefore renewable or inexhaustible. According to Pete Asmussen's book titled Introduction to Energy in California, we are already generating 5% of California's electricity supply through this self-renewing energy. This is a resource that is naturally distributed all over California. Geothermal plants can produce power instantly and constantly. Asmussen confirms it operates 90% of the time, making it an ideal replacement for fossil fuels. Another renewable or inexhaustible source is solar energy. Asmus states how solar panel PVs are the sexiest and most popular solar products in the market. Their chic sleekness and strong budget-cutting powers make them irresistible. There's one problem. They do have the most expensive initial cost, but it is the fastest growing power source in the world. The more we develop, cheaper the products will eventually be. Solar PV generates reliable electricity often when we need it most, Asmus describes. For example, here in Southern California, the peak month in the summer is when everybody turns on their ACs, and it so happens that the peak summer for the solar activities in the summer as well, therefore creating more energy when needed. Wind power is another form of solar energy that's caused by the sun heating the earth unevenly. Wind farms are popular in valleys such as our own, and they just create a lot of energy that can be used in small or large cities, just depending on the size of the farm. So, in conclusion, recycling, conserving, and finding replacement resources that are renewable and earth-friendly is going to be a challenge. If the projected world population does grow to 9 billion by 2044, such as the Census Bureau projected, that would be an increase of 50%. Right now, we are already past 6.85 billion, which startles me when you think of the 6.0 billion count in 1999 and the 6.5 billion count in 2006. To sum it all up, the main issue is that depletion rates for non-renewable resources are also increasing rapidly along with the population, quickly counting down the years left of uncertain resources that are used necessarily in our everyday lives. This is a list of the competing rates of various non-renewable resources. You see here, silver will be out in 29 years. Coal we have up to 143. Another important one is oil, 41 years. If we keep going at that rate, that'll be gone. Unfortunately, this issue still is right in the face. Now that you're informed, would you change? Knowledge is power. Recycling, conserving, and finding alternative energy sources are now necessary. It's smart and practical ways. Might seem minimal to maybe a college student, professor, stay-at-home mom, but we all contribute to this landfill. We all have to deal with it in the end. The good thing is now that we're in control, we really can make a difference. Thank you.